kind of just got into hip hop like later, kind of when I was like 7 or 8, and then I got Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. It was the first album my mom let me grab, and cause she like always censored everything. I couldn't even watch The Simpsons and stuff because it was like too wild. But I told my mom that like, you know, Jay-Z was like speaking something different, like he was portraying the hood differently, and in a more educated way. And she was like, I'll give it an opportunity. So like, that's all I would do is sit in my room with my Walkman and just listen to Reasonable Doubt all day. And that's when I first just fell in love with hip hop. And after that, I kind of like let it settle for like a long time.
Started playing music when I was about 8 years old. It was the first time I picked up a drum set. First time I started playing. It actually wasn't my drum set. It was at a live performance out in Maryland in my cabin, and guy was on the drums, and I really thought that it was interesting. And when they got done, I asked him if he could teach me how to play like a basic beat. And after that, my parents bought me a drum set for Christmas that year, and pretty much just picked up sticks and learned how to play by myself. And ever since to this day, I'm still playing, still rocking, still love music.
I listen to all different genres of music from a young age, and then I played like all different types of instruments, but I never really got good at them. Like I played violin at one point, I played piano, guitar. I mean, that's pretty much it, but I never really got good at any of them. And then as I got older, I was still into all different types of genres, but I mainly focused on hip hop. And then like, I think when I was like 16, I started off to freestyle, and then I just got way better at that, and that's like where my heart was at first in hip hop. Like
R.A.R.E, again, came in a dream. Just, it stands for Revitalizing Art, Reinventing Emotion. And that's just the movement. It's an art movement. It's a business collective. That's just like, we do a little bit of everything, but the main thing is just art driven.
You know, he wanted to make something that was concrete and successful, and came up with this idea about putting music and art together, because they actually all are one thing. And that's one main problem with the whole art scene, the whole music scene. People take them as two separate things, and we're trying to collect them and make them one, because they really are both. They both are art.
I want to do something different, and what I wanted to do was just basically change music and make my own radio, because I didn't really like what was on the radio. I hear a sound, I like it, reinvent it, take an emotion, put it together, and then I have what's called R.A.R.E, and the sound is rare itself. So, and you can't really bottle it, because it's just like its own thing. Like, what is this? It's rare. It's rare shit. Like, it's unheard of before. It's nothing like it.
He knew that this is what he has. This is what he has to offer, and something very powerful.
I want everyone to be able to express themselves, be themselves, not be judged for who they are, what they want to be.
some of my biggest influences, and they just like connected with me in a lot of ways. And I just want to do that for a lot of kids out there.
Every time that I wake up, I constantly just think about my friends and R.A.R.E and what we're doing and how it's benefiting other people.
Everybody's rare, for real. Like, whether you're considered the best person in the world or the worst, like, you're your own person, you're rare.
And we all should be able to come together in the same community and be one. And that's really what we're trying to do with R.A.R.E.
Rami's the sensible manager. He's a driven person with a lot of goals and aspirations. And I mean, we've been friends for, you're 24 now, so about a decade. Adam just came through on some clutch shit and made his mark.
I walked from Point Park's campus to his house on Mount Washington.
It's not the dedication. Just walking was pretty solid of a move for a person to do. I was like really into it. I thought that his tape was pretty dope. It brought me back to like an era of hip hop that I felt like everybody was missing, and something that I like when I originally fell in love with hip hop. That was like what I was into. So like to hear that was really refreshing.
I went back and started listening to him, and I absolutely fell in love with the dude's music. So I told Tip, you know, we need to put him on, like we do.
I say he's like the Rain Man of rap, because like he says he has trouble getting his words out, and then like you just put him in front of a mic, and it's like, and it speaks for itself. Like it's one of the most impressive styles of delivery.
One more time, because it felt good.
That's what she said.
I can feel it up in my veins, it's running through the flesh around the body, moving effective down the body, stupid, aggressive, consonantic, grooving and stepping out the lobby, doing my best to shout the rhyme, me holding up the team, and I'm hoping that he believe I'm sorry. Feeling right though, spills and I bust out the molly dripping, this is dropping, got me grinning and I'm jotting till I'm sprinting with a proper, see me living just a talking, you can picture me walking, I mean I'm really not a prophet, just a kid and be plotting.
We just started like talking even more, hanging out more, music connected, like thoughts about like how to change like basically our generation connected, and from there we just like started making advances and trying to build on everything.
Has basically brought our videographer photographer Devin Ashmore to us, and in turn it's led to a really great connection between everybody.
Devin just came through with this eccentric, this fun, it's full of life. She brought a lot of energy to like sometimes it gets stagnant, it's a monotonous thing. You know, every day we're in the studio, every day we're doing something. You know, her and Spills together just bring like this energy, and it breaks the monotony. A very artistic eye too. So, you know, besides, you know, just making everybody have a good time, it's just pretty much like, you know, she brings that vision that a lot of people we didn't have before. It was a missing piece. So she's that missing puzzle piece to the visual side of what we do. Becky, who's like my day-to-day manager, pretty much like tries to handle everything, make sure we're always in line. She just kind of came through. She's that organized person.
I guess kind of think of a gum band. It'll stretch, it'll pull, it won't break, and it'll form different ways. So I think that's a big deal about the group for what we all are part. And we all have different aspects, and we all came together. And like that gum band, we're strong.
You know, when you do music in general or art, it's a 24/7 thing. Like there's no clocking in or out of it. It's a lifestyle. So for us, we kind of like live in it all day, and we have our places we congregate. Like, you know, here at headquarters, at the studio. You know, we're always together, but it's not like we're always doing music either, or always, you know, taking photographs or, you know, singing or creating or doing that stuff. Sometimes, a lot of the time, you know, because it's 24/7, so we might take like an hour out and just kind of get super turned up and have fun. Like we entertain ourselves for real. Like it's not like we really need like anything that be happening. We just put on some music and jump around the living room and kind of just get goofy and like, you know, just fun stuff.
It's such a wonderful thing to be a part of. It means a whole lot to me. It's even more than just the music, even more than just the art.
We can just like come together and, you know, as a team and as a family and just like have a good time. Like, I mean, for me, these are the people I'm gonna be with like the rest of my life, because this is my life, you know? And we try to keep a good image, you know, and, you know, we celebrate when good things happen. And, you know, that celebration comes with, you know, drinking and things like that. But is that society's problem, or is that my problem? You know, that it's there and accessible and it's always on the TV screen, and we're here looking at it all day, every day, and, you know, you're enticing me with it. So like, I mean, we do what we do, but it's not out of like anything negative. You know, we keep positive, good energy. Everyone has a great energy, like in the team, in the squad. We like to spread that. Like, it's all about spreading love, for real. Love, peace, harmony. Like, we don't want to hurt nobody, ever. You know, so it's just like, you know, we just out here spreading the love. But it comes from like, you know, and what can be said, what should be censored, what should be, you know, good, and that kind of clashes the business and the artistic mind. So like, I'm not saying that like anyone, like we're saints when I say, you know, we have a good image. It's just that, you know, we speak positively on everything. You know, a celebration is a celebration. You know, we have a lot of failures too that we don't celebrate, you know, because why do it?
before I was with R.A.R.E, like my major influences did help me like develop my skill like a bunch, but there was times where like I would almost try to mimic them too much, and I didn't believe that I just had it within myself to just like be as good as them just by being me. And like once I started like realizing like just utilize myself for me, you know, like all my greatest skills for me, and like that's when I started like really developing all around. That's when that's when I really started believing in R.A.R.E for real. It was when I just started being myself.
I know that we're doing positive work for not just ourselves but for other people, because once people see what we're doing, and you know, R.A.R.E it's something that's always going to grow. It has room to grow because art never stops, music never stops. I know my music never stops and my art never stops. My mind keeps moving constantly about art and music.
But like, you know, there's so much more to go, there's so much more to see. It's a big world out there, and I want to see it all. And I know like everybody else wants to see it. So, you know, we're just working towards that. As long as we stay together and connected like we do, I feel like we can't fail. And this is gonna live forever.